How's it going, everybody? Thanks for joining us today, January 16th, 2022, for another podcast, video podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it, your regularly scheduled podcast. It's the second one, but I think we've settled on a schedule 3 p.m. Eastern Time every Sunday, 8 p.m. UK time. We'll go live on Facebook and YouTube. There are links to both on bruce.com, and you can watch a video replay afterwards if you can't join us live. It'll go up on Facebook and YouTube like a normal video, so you can search for bruce.com and you'll see it on both platforms. And we have links on the site too, and there's an article on the front page. If you do join us live, you are welcome to comment and contribute to the proceedings. So do drop a comment on YouTube or Facebook so I know you're there, and I'll answer it here in the next 20 minutes, half an hour or so. And let me just explain the Facebook part once again. So we have two presences on Facebook for bruce.com, the group and the page. And the video all happens on the page. This is Facebook's rules, not mine. But if you want your comments to appear on the screen, please comment on the video on the Facebook page where it says bruce.com, Bruce Hornsby website. Let me show you, okay, what I'm talking about. So now everything's disappeared on my monitor, but one of the things you should hopefully see would be Facebook. There's a brave move. I'm going to put my Facebook group open for the world to see. So there's the bruce.com. There's the bruce.community, which is the group, and we also have the Facebook page. I've got so many different things open. So there's the bruce.com, Bruce Hornsby website. That page is really news. So what you'll see are some posts that I've made and people can comment on them. So that may be some news about the site or Bruce or the band or Daily Dose Day or the podcast, informational stuff, like a news channel, if you like. The group, Bruce Hornsby, Bruce.community, is for discussion. Anyone can start a thread. Do you remember the board on bruce.com? Well, it's like that. General thoughts, discussions. Anyone's welcome, unless you want to have multiple people lately who want to sell bootleg merchandise, usually Springsteen merch. They are not even checking which Bruce. So if you're doing that, then you won't last 5 minutes. But otherwise, all are appreciated and welcomed and esteemed and accepted and prized in our little community. I'm trying to shut this window down and get me back, and now I'm having problems with that. There we go. If you wanted to, now you can see me. I say little, there are over 2,000 people in that group now, so thank you all. So yeah, if you're out there and you're watching live as I'm filming on Sunday now, let me know. So if you're watching on the Facebook page or YouTube, then please drop in a comment underneath the video and I'll read it out. And if you're watching on a replay, first of all, thank you. And also, obviously, I can't shout you out right now because I can't see into the future. And that might be the most obvious thing I've said all week. But if you're watching now, make yourself known. Say hi or ask a question, cuss, whatever gets you through. Okay? So what have we got for you this week? Well, we have I have a malfunctioning camera. That's what I've got. I know you can see it, but I can't. We have some new tour dates for you. We mentioned last time the Hogs for the Cause Festival in April. And I've just seen a message there from Andy Novositis. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying the doses, and I'll talk a little bit more about those in a second, actually. Yeah, Bruce and the Noisemakers have some dates, and soon. So let's show you the Bruce Hornsby tour, brucehornsby.com tour page, if I don't manage to mess that up as well. So I'm going to take you to right here. So if you happen to be flying through Georgia, where there are dates just announced for Savannah and Augusta in March, which is not that long away, or if you're in Knoxville, Tennessee, or Chattanooga, Tennessee, or Birmingham, Alabama, then those dates have now been announced alongside the Hogs for the Cause in New Orleans. Please check with each venue on their regulations and their safety policies and protocols for attending concerts safely. I'm not here to preach to you, but take the advice of a medical professional if you have any doubts. But those tickets are on sale now. Also from Bruce's office, they treated us to some officially released live videos this week from solo shows. So every other day we've had something from Bruce this week. We've had Cast Off, 2020 Vision, Into Night on the Town, Preacher in the Ring, End of the Innocents, Meds, and we like to include some music on this podcast too. So why don't I give you part of one of those videos, not the whole thing, but here's a clip from the latest record last year, Non-Secure Connection, that Bruce did this track with James Mercer. So let's take a look at part of that live solo performance from Bruce. Not sure where it's from.
Ash blooms rise in electrified skies, incandescent light, or with flashbulb eyes, and no one knows why.
if Bruce has met James Mercer yet. They recorded that track for the record remotely. But go to Bruce's YouTube channel for more of the same, and thanks to Bruce for releasing them. Andy mentioned the Daily Doses a minute ago, so I've been putting some music out too. Well, Bruce's music, but I said we'd resurrect the Daily Dose, which is one live song of Bruce's recorded at a concert and made available for download, and you can get those on bruce.com right now. And we've done that every day this year so far. We just scraped in before midnight on Friday, just gone. Well, midnight on the West Coast anyway, but we've got some great doses for you to grab for free. Some this week are from 20 years back. The show goes on, Jacob's Ladder, and yesterday I posted maybe my favorite version of The Way It Is that I've heard. It's from Cary, North Carolina in 2004, and the reason it's great for me is Bruce's nephew R.S. Hornsby on guitar. And I posted it yesterday for a reason. It's another year since R.S.'s passing yesterday. His dad, Bobby Hornsby, posted very touchingly yesterday about R.S. on Facebook. And if you want to remember his work or appreciate what a talent he was, then check out yesterday's Daily Dose of The Way It Is on bruce.com. And I'd also encourage you to visit rshornsby.com, which is maintained by Bobby Hornsby, for a lot more of the same. Talking over the Daily Dose, I'm going to keep plugging the Daily Dose Day, which is May 2nd. Very excited about this. So in common with the Daily Dose, it's always a day of free downloads. And traditionally, we've put up one song an hour across a 24-hour period. So I'm sat there all the time, over 24 hours, giving you the free music every hour. And if you like what you hear, we encourage a donation to our charity. So this year is a bit different. We are doing, it's a live 24-hour live video feed like this one. So you can chat with us from midnight to midnight on May 2nd in aid of the ALS Association. And also this time you won't get one song an hour, you'll get one concert an hour for that day. So you'll be 24 hours richer, 24 concerts richer by the end of the day, all free, and you can't beat free with a stick. You are absolutely right, Alicia. Sorry, I just missed your message there. RS was a great player, and I'm so grateful for the music that we do have of his that we can still share. So I've been wondering how to fill those 24 hours of Daily Dose there, and I'm certainly open to ideas. I'm certainly open to videos, if anyone has them that we could share. Do let me know if you have any. And if you'd like to contribute to our next cover project, that's getting released same day. So we've done some phenomenal CDs in the past, well, downloads, but we've put them on CD where you've covered Bruce's songs. So if you've got some talent and the means of to record something for us, we really need some tracks for that project. So if you can help, please let me know. Okay, I did say please. And you can reach me on Facebook or comment on this video or contact me through bruce.com. I'm looking for something by mid-April for that. So you've got plenty of time, and that gives me some time to put a website together for that. And we've got some really exciting people on board so far. One of the tracks is done already, but I'm always looking for more. So please help if you can. Get in touch and we'll kick something off. For what else on that day, I'm really excited, so excited about one project that I've got on my list of things to do. I'm not going to say too much about it yet. It'll be a surprise on the day, but it's not been done before. And I'll tell you what, I sat down to start writing notes or typing notes about what this little side project could involve and how it could be special. And let me tell you, I now have 25 pages of notes typed out. So that's a really involved, not so little side project that I'll have ready for you by May the 2nd. I hope I will. It's a lot, daunting, but very exciting. Look what I've got. This is AJ Tobias' fault on our Facebook group. Not really. We both had the same idea at the same time. This is, well, I don't know exactly what it is. I've heard two stories. Okay, it's undoubtedly an early pressing of The Way It Is album, but that's where it starts to get confused, or I do. It's either the originally intended release and intended for a new age market. Let's show you. I had this open a second ago, so you knew I was coming to it. Here's Bruce on the accordion on the front cover. So it's either the first pressing for the American market or it's the Japanese version of the record. So it's distinctive by that different cover. And also two of the tracks are different. I'll give you a little listen to that, just a few seconds, as I don't want to copyright strike here. Once I can get my face back. My face is being a problem. So the first one is Down the Road Tonight, where it's subtle, but Huey Lewis is up in the vocals, I think. Okay, so I'm going to give you that one first, briefly. Do you agree with me? Are you with me on that or not? I think Huey Lewis is slightly, very subtle, but I think Huey Lewis is slightly up in the vocals, and Bruce's piano is maybe a little brighter. I think AJ said the same, actually. And then The River Runs Low, which is way, way different. Not the solo piano version that you'll all have heard, but with the band, so with the range. So let me play you just a little bit of that a second. The river runs low tonight, and eyes are closed on the waterline. The river runs low tonight, and you're always drifting through my mind. The river runs low tonight, nobody waits for the tide to rise. I'm gonna wait till you make river run high. Stopped quite abruptly. Back with me, I guess. So, is this the Japanese release? I don't know. There's nothing Japanese on it. I have Japanese releases of other bands, where Counting Crows, actually one of Bruce's, and they're even titled in Japanese, but not so here. This is the fold out inlay, the lyrics, but I can't see anything in it which indicates that it's for a Japanese market. I guess it says RCA International, but didn't it always? So I don't know. I'm here to tell you that I don't know what I'm talking about. Nothing new there. My camera's playing up again. So that about wraps it up for this week, actually. Thanks again for joining me. Like I say, I'm absolutely about the interaction here and would love to get you involved. Thanks, Andy and Alicia, for your help today. So if you have any questions you'd like me to get to, then comment and I'll get to them next time, or drop me an email or any requests, ideas for Daily Dose Day. Hit me, sock it to me, and I'll do what I can or answer it next week if I can. So yeah, back next week at 3 p.m. Eastern, which has become our time, and I'll catch you for another round. And I'll play you out now with some more music. We talked about the cover CD, and we're after contributors. Well, here's a track from 3 projects ago. This one's Invisible, as interpreted by the wonderful Rachel Griffin. So see you next week. I just have one more message I want to cram in there from Alicia. So thank you. We appreciate you too, Alicia. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate the ones of you who joined us this week. So here's Rachel Griffin singing Invisible. See you next week, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What do you do? Where do you go? What do you say? And how do you know? I'll say, who cares when people stare? I will make myself invisible. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. When I feel like a freak, when I'm on the other end of someone's mean streak, people make fun, I've got to lose myself. Take my thin skin and move it somewhere else. I'm setting myself up for the future, looking for the chance that something good might lie ahead. I'm just looking for the possibilities. In my mind I've got this skin I can't shed. What do you do? Where do you go? What do you say? And how do you know? I'll say, who cares when people stare? And I will make myself invisible. Yes, I will. I walk down the hallway ducking, barbs flying, people crying. I'll be lying on the floor. Get the feeling ain't doing nothing but sucking. Knock, knock on my head becomes a loud, loud roar. What do you do? Where do you go? What do you say? And how do you know? I'll say, who cares when people stare? And I will make myself invisible. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Where do you go? What do you say?